Hello everyone, in this lesson we will talk about time and space complexity analysis of recursive programs that we are going to study using a factorial function. So when we talk about complexity analysis, there are two things that are involved, that is time complexity and space complexity. Now the time complexity is nothing but the measurement of the time taken by an application as the input size grows. Likewise, the space complexity is the space taken by an application program as the input size grows. So here I have written down a simple factorial function in a recursive manner. So if n is 0, we will simply return 1. Otherwise, we will call n into factorial of n minus 1. Let's say the time taken by this factorial function is denoted as t of n. When computing the time complexity, the time taken by the basic operations is considered to be 1. So if I talk about this, so in comparing, when we are here comparing n with 0, that if n is equal to 0 or not, then it is taking just 1 unit of time. Likewise here we are multiplying and this is also a unit operation. Okay, so here we are subtracting and this is also a unit operation. Okay, so now t of n is equal to t of n minus 1, as we are recursively calling this factorial function for a value 1 less than n, right, and plus 3, and this is only true if n is greater than 0, right. So for when n is equal to 0, in that case we will just execute this operation and it will take just 1 unit of time, and therefore t of 0 is equal to 1. So here we have our expression t of n is equal to t of n minus 1 plus 3. For finding the value of t of n, let's try to reduce it in the known value, which is of t of 0, right? So how can we do that? We can actually find the value for t of n minus 1. So basically t of n minus 1 is nothing but t of n minus 2 plus 3. So it's t of n minus 2 plus 3, and the overall expression therefore becomes t of n minus 2 plus 6, right? Plus 6. Okay, so further t of n minus 2 can be broken into t of n minus 3 plus 3. So it's t of n minus 3 plus 3, and so it will become t of n minus 3 plus 9, right? Okay, so here we have t of n minus 3, which can be broken down to t of n minus 4 plus 3. So this is t of n minus 4 plus 3, and which will become t of n minus 4 plus 12, right? Okay, so now in a general way we can write it like t of n minus k plus 3 into k, right? So t of n is nothing but t of n minus k plus 3 into k. Now we want this term to reduce to t of 0, so basically we will equate n minus k to 0. So k is equal to n, and now this whole term will get reduced to t of n is equal to t of 0 plus 3 into n, right? So t of 0 is nothing but 1, so t of n is equal to 3n plus 1. So Tn here is actually proportional to n, or we can say that Tn is nothing but order of n, right? Big O of n. Let us also do space complexity analysis of this factorial function. So let's call this factorial function for n is equal to 5, and as a shortcut I am writing f of 5. Now this f of 5 will make a call to f of 4. So I have drawn this memory on right, which is, let's say, divided into some units. So we will store. So now we have called f of 4. So we will store f of 5. Then f of 4 makes call to f of 3. So we will store f of 4. Then f of 3 makes call to f of 2. So we store f of 3. Then f of 2 makes call to f of 1. So we store f of 2. Then f of 1 makes call to f of 0. So we store f of 1. Now f of 0 does not make any recursive call, right? Because when n is equal to 0, it simply returns 1. So this is known as recursive tree. This is the this is known as implicit stack. So the max space taken by this implicit stack is nothing but the max depth of this recursive tree. So here the max depth is nothing but equal to 5, which is nothing but n, right? So space is proportional to n, and we can say that it's nothing but order of n. So when we came to this f of 0, since n is equal to 0, it will simply return 1. So basically this, we are done with this, and now f of 1 resumes. So f of 1 f of 1 is when done, we'll simply remove it from the stack as well. Then when f of 2 is done, we'll remove this from stack as well. Then when f of 3 returns the result to f of 4, then this is removed from stack. And then when f of 4 returns result to f of 5, then f of 4 gets popped off. Then when when f of 5 executes, so it will return the result to main function, and it will also be removed from the memory. So there are other things as well that get saved on the top of the stack with the function. But in this video, we only try to show the logical view of how we can calculate the space complexity of any recursive function. So this was it for this particular video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.